All right. So you probably saw the unboxing. I'm going to show you what's in the camera bag. I'm using a Think Tank or Case Logic. I think it's a Think Tank. I'm not sure. It might be a Case Logic. But on the main pouch, I have the batteries. So each camera that I own has 3 batteries, 2 extra, 1 in the camera. Okay. I do use dummy batteries, and I saved one for this, so it works with the ZF. And I also have 2 lenses. I have the TT Artisans 40 millimeter f2. Look how small and tiny it is, and it has an aperture ring. In fact, let's get a little bit closer. See, nice aperture ring. And on the ZF, cognac brown. It's I like the orange, but I wanted the chrome top on the bottom. I also didn't want to get the L bracket from Small Rig because I like the color. I don't want to put like a black handle or a wood handle and stuff. It wouldn't match. Okay. So basically, to compensate, I put Haog thumb grip, and look, it avoids everything. And I'll bring it a little bit closer. Look at that. So I love the color. There's the lens. And then, of course, the side. And then on the top. Isn't that neat? Battery, I already explained about the SD and the micro SD card in there on the unboxing. This is the Viltrox 33 millimeter f1.4, but it's a crop sensor lens. So it gives you like a 52 millimeter. So, on the field of view, for the focal range is 33 millimeters, but for the field of view, it's like a 52 for a full frame. And it's a 1.4Z. This is a 42.5, a 40 f2 with the aperture ring, and it's by TT Artisans. Last but not least, I got a battery charger and the dummy battery in this camera bag of Case Logic. So that's my new favorite camera that I just bring around taking pictures. I still got the Z8, so if I need the megapixels and stuff, I can bring that. I still have the extra ZR, okay? And it's great with that MED10 microphone. I just got to leave it on there because inside the camera, um, it's not very good sound quality. You have to get an external device to make it sound better. And if you use the internal sound, you're going to hear a difference, different types what the microphone can do. So anyway, enough of that. Let's look at some pictures. I'm going to do this, a slideshow, and then I'll just talk about it. So as you can see, this is with the TT Artisans 40 millimeter. There is a little vignetting, but when you have stabilization on and stuff, you don't really see it. It does show up in different places. I have not edited any of these photos. They're straight out of the camera. Okay. So I'm using the automatic picture control, and I'm using the, what is it? Saturation is a -1, so the colors won't pop. It's more like of a flat looking, but there is a little color to it. If I did put it on 0, I think it's too much saturated. So anyway, but look at all these pictures, the reflection in the bird bath. And I step back a little bit further. So you got the clouds and the sky a little bit. It was windy today. I'm showing off the 2 crepe myrtles with the work I've done. I still haven't put in a cage around it. I've noticed that that little fence keeps the snails out. And I'm trying to decide what to do with the other tree. I just been knocking the snails down and leave it at that. But when you're outside, I use the white balance 0. And when I'm inside, I use the internal light bulb, all right, for the inside light. It gives me better colors when I change the two. And look how sharp this lens is. Now I will be changing over to the Viltrox 33mm f1.4. You'll see that shortly. But you can even see where even some of the foreground is kind of blurred out. I missed that on that one, but that's a great shot right there also. So you want sharp images, but not over sharp, all right? I'm not going to use this camera basically for, long time video, just short videos. There is a log in there, but that's only 10-bit 420 H.265, okay? That was one of the main reasons why I got rid of it. But since I have the ZR and Z8, ZR has the red, and then the Z8 has the 45 megapixel. So I have all 3 standards. I did have the Z5 too, but I wasn't using it much. It's the same stuff as the ZF, but I like the retro look at the ZF. It looks a lot cooler than an all black camera. I've been practicing with the monochrome. So I'm switching between the regular monochrome and the deep tone monochrome. And I'll show you in an instant. Regular, well, after this, I'll show you the difference. Put in a little color. Okay, regular, deep tone. So you see, you can see a little bit more detail. Regular, and I put it in crop. I took it out of crop, added in full frame. You can see what I did with the, so this is deep tone monochrome right there. And that's the regular monochrome. And I went back and forth depending on the light. And then of course, if you look at the color, right, this is the auto with -1 saturation. Sharpness is, I put sharpness all the way up, and the clarity and stuff. But still, all right, some good shots. I had it in all different modes, program. I had it in auto, had it in aperture priority and manual. Just to see how it looks. And I'm loving the colors. And I did not edit any of these videos for lighting or coloring. This is straight out of the camera. And there's a Renegade Jeep. So the versatility of having black and white, I did put a little grain in there, and that was in the black and white, just to see if anybody would notice. But if they watch this whole video, then they'll peak quite a bit. So I'll go back here. I am going to go to view, sidebar. I'm going to show you some pictures that I like. This is one of my favorites. And I might end with it. Look at the look on his face. He's something else. Look at that look. And then his tail all curled up and stuff. I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, he was moving his head, so it's a little blurry, but most of the shots are sharp. Go to the other one. Look at this angel. And then look how sharp this is, the mermaid. No lighting, just the front door. And when you can see inside, like a little dust, like here and stuff, but then you can see the sparkle underneath of the clamshell, and then the on there. That's a good camera and a good lens. And I believe this was the Filtrox 33 millimeter DX. So it automatically crops. So I'm not switching between in the mode for crop and full frame. I'm leaving it full frame. If I put a crop lens on it, it's cropped. That's it. Any full frame, it's going to stay full frame. And the only telephoning or telephoting that I'm going to do is if I have one of those lenses. And there's one coming tomorrow, which I can use on the Sony, but with the Mega adapter, ATZ 21 Pro Plus, I'm going to use it on this camera too, and on the ZR, and on the Z8. So, and on the A7CR, and maybe possibly the A6700. So I got a lot of options with those cameras. So I just wanted to show you that. This is a great picture right here. I go here, turn off the that, put it at full screen. There we go. And I might move this. Now I'll leave it just like that. That'll be my ending picture. So what do you think? Is it well worth it? I think so. I always wanted a little color. I like the orange. I looked at the blue. I had all black, and you know what? I wanted something colored, but there was nothing that just jumped up until they recently did an update to these cameras, and they had the chrome top and chrome bottom. And like I said before, I can probably get a base to extend on the camera, but I don't want the grip to contradict the color that I'm showing. That's why I got me the thumb grip with, and I can hold the camera pretty good with the lens and the bottom of the camera. I have no problem holding it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.